People will come for what you're building. An out-of-town band connecting with some younger kids. Even as a younger kid, I didn't realize what that was doing for me when other people did it. And then I played shows with bands, and then, I would play those shows, and I'd be like, hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks. All the other bands, that's cool. And then I'd go home, and then the next week I'd go out to a show, and those dudes were at the show, and they'd be like, what's up? And I'd realize I'd made friends, and my family got bigger, because a lot of us in like punk and metal music, we're just replacing family. It's kind of the same with the service industry. A lot of people are just looking for a place to belong. Late 2000s, early 2010s was when the scene in the Seacoast last was like really big and really huge, and there's just like hundreds of kids showing up, jumping off the stage, going crazy kind of stuff. And going to the Brick House, being a Dover kid, I was like, wow, this is in my hometown. I don't have to drive to Boston to do it, and I fell in love with it, and I needed it badly. 2.5 years ago, I started by booking my own birthday show. This was a venue that booked like jazz music and funk and all acoustic night, alternative music a little bit, but never like punk or heavy metal or anything like that. So I kind of had the vision in my mind of like, let's do shows here, let's make it like the next spot for the Seacoast for people to like collaborate and make music. When there's a kid doing something that his heart is screaming at him to do, and he's getting on stage and he's screaming into a microphone, and then you see 100 other kids jumping on stage, jumping off it, crowd diving, it's like, that's what they're supposed to be doing, for sure. And it doesn't matter if it has radio success or if they ever get a paycheck. Many of us will dump hundreds and hundreds, thousands of dollars into this, get paid $100 at the end of the show, and leave a huge smile on our face. And one of my biggest goals is to kind of change the culture of DIY music in the Seacoast, and I think it's all a symbiotic relationship when it comes to this stuff. Music is capitalism, and capitalism runs the world, but punk music shouldn't be capitalism. It's like the very fundamentals of punk music is anti-capitalism. It's really scary when you see a kid jump off a table into a crowd of people. It's scary when you see a 35-year-old grown man swinging his fists as hard as you can right next to a 16-year-old. It's like, but that's the culture, and I grew up in it, and I realized that all those people are in that room because they want to be there. Because kids are going to get crazy. It's emotion. And if I was like to lead a business and have DIY shows and host punk and grindcore bands and then try to control their emotion, it's like I might as well not even be doing it, because myself, I go to a different venue when I'm not working the door or working sound, and I immediately can't help it. I want to jump off the stage. I want to be crazy. I want to get up there and sing. I think it's cool to be an owner that has the privilege of understanding what punk and hardcore music is, so it doesn't scare me and I can do that stuff. DIY will always make itself happen, and it's way bigger than me, it's way bigger than any one band, it's way bigger than any venue, and it's, my opinion on it is like, I just try to give a space for DIY to happen, and then I try to use my experience in the culture to elevate it and hope that we're doing positive things for artists and like DIY musicians.